Hello, everyone. It has been a good minute or two since I have been here. It's a story, but I have been doing so much writing that I just had to give myself a break. And Spirit said, you know what? You need to go and do a reading. It has been a minute. I've been so consumed with my writing that I have not been here to give messages to you, and I apologize, sort of, because I have to do what I'm supposed to be doing with my mission. So there will be times, and like I was gone for quite a while, because I do have another job. And I do have a mission that I have to uphold and fulfill while I'm still here. I've already gone through and called Spirit in. I just wanted to light my smudge stick. Okay. So today is the 12th. For all my veterans, military people, thank you for your service. I was not on yesterday, but thank you for your service. As a service member myself, I thank you for all that you've given to this country, and what you've given to yourself, but to others. So thank you. I need to your time, your energy, and everything that you've been giving. So thank you. Okay. So when I was opening up, I kept hearing flowers. Flowers. Somebody needs to receive their flowers. Somebody is receiving their flowers. Somebody is blossoming. Or you're taking the time to smell things, to smell the sweetness of life, the opportunities and the blessings that are coming for you, coming to you, and ones that you have been actively receiving and appreciating. Now, of course, everybody's flowers are different because it honestly depends on what is your story at this time. So use what resonates, right? Pick up and put down what doesn't resonate with you or doesn't fit your story, because not all messages are meant for everybody. So use your discernment through this reading and all readings. Thank you. So, yes, I forgot my name. So, welcome into the Divine Oracle. I am Nicole. And let us proceed, Spirit, with this message. We are going to check in with your energy. And I just heard for the rest of the week. So today is Wednesday. Right? Yes. So for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, going into the weekend, we're going to see what energies are going to be around you, what you need to look out for, or accept, appreciate, and bring in. Okay? But definitely there is something here about flowers. Flowers. Growing, transforming. Flowers can be abundant. All right, the energy for the collective for Wednesday. Let's do Wednesday through Sunday. Wednesday through Sunday, please. This Wednesday through Sunday, the energy for the collective. Please and thank you. The energy for the collective. for the rest of this week. Connection. You know what I don't have are my glasses. Connection. Foster meaningful connections with others, nurturing bonds of love and understanding. Your flowers. How you're connecting with your growth, with your healing, how you connect with others. Anything else with the energy? I'm not really liking this thing. I feel like it's cutting off my blood circulation. But I'm getting tired of licking my thumb every time I do cards. Alright. Anything besides connection, please and thank you. We are going to focus on connection. Receiving your flowers. Connecting. Receiving your flowers, connecting. And wisdom. Seek inner wisdom and guidance, trusting in your intuition and higher self. I'm putting that over here. Because with your flowers, you have your wisdom, right? And your wisdom is going to allow you to form the connections that you need, not only with yourself and others, but with God, with Spirit, with your spirit team, with the energies around you, the frequencies, the vibrations, learning to grow your connections, learning to listen. Yeah, I'm hearing like learning to listen more frequently to music, vibrations, frequency, but music, that's going to be big. I'm going to go through one more time, Spirit. Is there anything else besides wisdom and connection? Okay. All right. On the bottom is manifestation. And it is flow. Of course, right? If you're connecting, it's all about the flow of your connection. Is there any stagnancy? Is there anything that you need to work on in order to keep your flow smooth? To keep it smooth. It says, surrender to the nocturnal flow of life, embracing ease and grace in every situation. Are you allowing people's energies to disrupt your flow? Are you allowing other people's projections to disrupt your flow, to disrupt your connection? Is your flow and your connection to spirit, to self, is it flowing freely, or do you feel like there are some bumps? I get like, I keep hearing stagnation. Like there is something that is holding you back, something that is not allowing you to just move freely, to flow freely, to connect openly. And when I said openly, I was instantly drawn to the heart. So being drawn to the heart, it could be heartache, heart pain. There is something that is blocking the heart chakra, putting more love into yourself, allowing yourself to connect to you. And I'm hearing it's like, maybe it's about how you talk to yourself, how you speak to yourself. Are you speaking to yourself with love, or are you speaking to yourself with disdain? Are you praising yourself, or are you condemning yourself? That flow and connection with self is going to allow you to be more wise, to create more wisdom on what is and what is not for your best interest. Because when you have a good connection and a good flow with the openness, the ability to receive, the ability to flow and connect with love in your heart space, your manifestations, your abundance, your flowers are going to come in easier. They're going to flow, it's going to flow more freely and more openly, and your reception is going to be, I'm hearing, astronomical. It's just going to be astronomical. Like, and I'm getting tears. I'm starting to well up. So I feel like this is something that is needed to be heard. You need to hear this, but you need to feel this, that your manifestations will start aligning once you start connecting and flowing with love. Once you allow yourself to be free of distractions, to be free of negative thoughts, negative, I heard connotations. So just that negativity, once you allow that to flow away from you and embrace the positive stuff about yourself, because you think about it, if you talk nice and you are loving, a true loving person to yourself, you are a loving person to others. If you bash yourself and say nasty things to yourself, you are more than likely going to be nasty to others and bash others. If you talk about yourself, like, why did you do that? You know, you're so stupid for doing that. You are going to do those same things to others. So it's a matter of watching and controlling your mind. You have control. You have the wisdom to control the thoughts that are coming in and out, to control what you say, what you think, and what you feel. You do have that control. Use your wisdom. Allow yourself to connect and flow where there is no stagnation, where things can just go freely, so you can get your manifestations to align properly, right? To align with your goals, with your desires. Okay. All right, angels. We'll start with connection first. Are there any words, what words I should say, what words are falling in line with connection for this reading? What needs to be focused on? What needs to be focused on? I'll say 3, because let's just keep it flow. Look at that. Connection. It just said, yeah, you really need to go with the flow. Okay. We're just going to do 3 because it can just be too overwhelming sometimes. Dreams. And one more for connection, please. Yeah, sometimes it can just be too much, and I don't want to, keep these readings. I've got, is it flexibility or awareness came up and, all right, so flexibility, okay. All right. And now we're going to go with, okay. Now we're going to, I wanted to do it already. It's just a bad habit. All right, flow. What 3 words, and one more, thank you. We've got hope, we've got abundance, and we've got journey, and journey I heard needs to go second. All right, now with connection, is there one for wisdom? Magic. You have the magic. We all have the magic within. Now, manifestation. Is there one? I'll give you the option. 1 to 3 cards. What needs to go with the manifestation? I'll just go through the deck, and if you want to throw out more, I will take them. So 1 to 3 cards. You have the ability to decide, Spirit, what you feel. All right, we're just going to go with a 1. And And it is the signs and symbols. It's the triangle. Everything in threes. It's the power of three. Mind, body, and spirit. So when you see a triangle, if you happen to be out or whatever and signs come in, you know, you're aware of the signs and signals, and you just come across a triangle just out of nowhere, you know anything about it, that's telling you look for the signs. It's saying you need to be more aware of your body, mind, and spirit, that power of three. And we'll go with one main card or two. No, understanding forgiveness. They said they want both, but then I only need one. I need one to awareness. You came out earlier. Okay. All right, so we're going to go with the power of three, right? Understanding, forgiving, and being more aware. On the bottom, thank you, is serenity, your peace, your serenity. All right. When you're working with your connection, right, you're fostering these connections within yourself. Again, it reiterated flow. Surrendering yourself to the flow. Surrendering yourself to connect. Allow yourself to connect. Now, when you're connecting, you can't put a time limit on it, okay? Some people might say, just try to just meditate for 5 or 10 minutes. Just try to connect with spirit for 5 or 10 minutes. No. You really should never put a time when it comes to connection and working with spirit, with your ancestors, with God, whomever, the creator. You should never put a time on it because they don't work in our time restrictions. They need you to be open. They need you to be flexible. They need you to have flexibility and quit putting restraints and demands on a situation or on a connection that needs to go slower, right? Because we all have our own process. We all have our own timeline. And not everything works, nothing works in our divine timing. Everything works in God's, Spirit's divine timing. Now, your dreams are a huge connection. You may have been receiving a lot of dreams, or you're going to start noticing that your dreams are going to start, I heard realistic, prophetic. Maybe your dreams, like you wake up and you're like, oh my God, like you just felt like you walked and you just, you're fighting or challenged or whatever during your dream and you just left exhausted. And I'm hearing that exhaustion is because that is telling you that you do so much during the day that when you wake up, that at night, your body is just in overload. It's working, it's trying to relax, but yet it's trying to give you messages and information that by the time you wake up, you're exhausted. Because not only are you working all day, but your mind is working at night. That's not for everybody. That's just for some people. Remember, not everything is going to resonate. Some things may, everything may. Okay? Dreams. Be more aware of your dreams. Write your dreams down. If you get up and you have a snippet, write it down. There is something about that snippet that you need to know, that you need to just hold on to, because it's something that may not be pertinent to today or whatever day that you dreamt it, but it may be pertinent down the road. It could be, a day. It could be months or a year. So dream journals are really significant. I can't stress that enough, to write stuff down, right? Write down what you need to, what you're feeling, to get it out. Dreams are the same way. There are messages in dreams. So, take that time, write it down. And I already touched on flexibility. You have to be more flexible with your connections, with your flow. Allowing yourself to just be. With flow, We've got hope, journey, and abundance. When you are surrendering with the flow, you want to have that inspiration, that spark of hope. To flow, you want to have hopes, dreams, desires. You don't want the pessimism, the I don't wants, or, I don't need this. You want hope. Hope is what keeps your dreams alive. Hope is what brings in abundance. Hope is what allows you to fulfill your journey, to keep going down your path, is if you are hopeful. You have to have hope in life. Otherwise, why? Right? You wouldn't be here unless you had hope. You would not be taking the next step unless you had hope. So keep embracing the hope that you have and knowing that it is easing, it is putting grace in every situation. Just keeping the hope, keep it alive, keep the hope in your heart, don't discount it. The journey that you are on, it is flowing. I'm hearing, yes, you have your stumbles, you have your trips. You may be stumbling and tripping along the way, but it's your journey. Those are the lessons that you're learning. Those are the things you need to get over, to cope with, to recognize, accept, to lay it down to God. And, and be delivered. I'm hearing deliverance, like being delivered. That God is delivering you hope. He's delivering you abundance on your journey. He is giving you the tools that are required for your journey, or you are learning and picking them up as you go. But while you are doing that, it is bringing abundance, because the more that you have hope, the more that you allow your connections to flow and you create and give yourself the flexibility, the more abundance you create for yourself and for others. There is magic in your wisdom. There are signs in your manifestation. You may be asking for signs during your manifestation, but magic lives within. Magic's in your heart, magic's in your soul, and magic is in your mind. It's how you want to work with it. Are you going to be a positive magician or a negative magician? Do you want more peace and serenity and prosperity and just joy and love? Do you want that magic? Or do you want the grief and everything else magic? You have that wisdom to choose how you want to love yourself, how you want to move forward on your journey. What do you want? What type of magic do you want? What type of wisdom, magical wisdom, are you seeking? And I'm hearing, if you do fall, because we all fall, we all stumble, there is no journey that is perfect. Because these are lessons, right? This is what you're learning to keep growing, to keep connecting and flowing to the divine, with yourself, with your higher self, your higher heart, your higher being. But when you fall, when you stumble, when you have your setbacks, you have the ability to put magic in it. You have the ability of magic, and magic are your words, are your thoughts, are your feelings. That's the magical part of you. You can praise yourself, lift yourself up with magical words. You can condescend yourself, defeat yourself, put yourself down with magical words. But you need to decide what you want to do, how you want to do it, and how you truly want to be, and how you want to love yourself. In your journey, in this connection, with you flowing, right? You're flowing, you're manifesting. And I've said this many times in my readings. You can go back and check other readings. There is that you need to understand yourself, first off, okay? You need to understand that in life, you have to forgive. You're not saying you have to forget, but you need to forgive. You need to forgive yourself for things that you're not happy with, and you need to forgive others for things that they have done that you are not happy with. It could be betrayal. It could be lies, deception. It can be all those negative things. But you need to forgive, because forgiving allows your heart to open more. It allows you to not be stagnant. It allows you to flow more freely. Forgiveness frees your soul. It frees your heart, and it honestly frees your mind. And when you understand that, and you are aware of that, your manifestations come in. Your abundance comes in. Your hope gets higher. You strive for more. You have more love for yourself, because you are discerning. You are being more discerning. I'm hearing like a pine tree. If you ever looked at a pine trees are all year round. At least that's where I am. Pine trees might lose some needles, but the pine trees around me are growing and flourishing all year round, like you do as a person. They grow their pine cones just like you grow ideas. Then you shed them. You grow feelings, and then you shed them. You grow and grow, but you also are shedding like a pine tree. Pine trees shed their needles. They shed their pine cones. They shed after things have grown and it no longer serves them, and they fulfilled that part. They let it go. And that's what I'm hearing. You need to be like a pine tree and just learn to let things go. Nourish what is there, but when it's outgrown its time, you let it go. You move on so you can connect to something new, flow with something new, be more understanding, more aware, and be more forgiving. Be more forgiving. I just heard the numbers 333. So again, that also correlates with this, the power of 3. 333. Enchanted path. Okay. So on this journey that you're on in the enlightened path, what, Spirit, let's see, how should we phrase this? What is a question? You know what? Put your hands over your heart space right now. I'm going to give you a second to do this. I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Hold it. And let go. What is your heart asking for right now? What answer do you need? What do you need to know about on your enchanted path? I'm going to get 3 cards. The power of 3. Let's see. We've got playfulness. They said yes, I need to take it. All right. What else? 2 more cards, please. 1 more, please. right on the bottom, we've got visualize. Visualizing everything, right? You need to visualize. That's part of your dreams, part of your hopes, part of your awareness and your magical wisdom is visualizing. Yeah. See your dreams clearly in your mind's eye. Beautiful card, right? Butterflies are transforming. Allowing yourself to transform. Let your mind transform to what is in alignment with you. Allowing things to flow and allowing yourself to connect more freely and openly. The first one is playfulness. Bring playfulness and fun into your life. Yes, it can't always be about work and deadlines and what am I doing now and being on the go, go, go. You have to take time to be playful. You have to take time to smell the flowers. Thank you, Spirit. You have, and smell them, to pick them, to adorn. Adorn yourself. Adore yourself. Be playful in your spirit, in your mind, in your heart. Allow yourself to be playful. Bringing that playfulness and fun back into your life. Basketball could be significant for someone. Getting out on the court, playing. Maybe it's, if you have kids, taking time to do things with your kids. You're so much into, trying to get things done and making sure that you're good that sometimes you forget to have fun and play. And incorporate that with your kids, with your other significant other, with other people in your life. But you yourself need to embrace playfulness. You need to be more playful. You need to and it falls under flexibility. You need to be more flexible with your time, with your life, and allow yourself to play. This is actually working out really. Okay. The second one, all right, I told you to do that last. Okay. The second one is going to be joyful living. Choose to live joyfully every day. You got playfulness and you've got joy. Joy and play. Now, joyful living lives under hope, abundance, and your journey. In your journey, it should be joy. You should want to create more joy in your life. For your path in your journey should be joyous. Right? Being with others. Maybe it's learning to be more joyful within yourself. Giving yourself kudos every day. All right, I'll give you some homework. Every day, when you get up in the morning, tell yourself 3 things that you love about yourself. Now, I'm going to have you do this for a week, okay? Do this for a week, because then after a week, after 7 days, it's just going to be ingrained. You're going to start doing it. I can feel it. But now, every day for those 7 days, they have to be 3 different things. You can't repeat yourself because you've already given yourself the accolades. You've already told yourself you love that part. You don't need to keep repeating it. So you tell yourself 3 things you love about yourself for a week, each day, every morning, before you go to work, before you start your day, when you get up and you rise, before you get your cup of coffee, your tea, whatever it is you do in the morning. 3 things every morning. And it has to be something, 3 different things every day for 7 days. There. Recognize that, okay, I heard, recognize the mirror that you're putting out there. What you show to the world, is that truly how you are? Are you truly reflecting the mirror? You might be showing joy to the world, everybody around you, but is it truly felt within? Are you living the joyful life that you're portraying? Or is it a mask? That's what you need to ask yourself. Don't be afraid to be joyous. Don't be afraid to go out there and smile every day and be happy. Just because there's sourpusses out there who don't love their life and are, whatever, doesn't mean that it needs to stop you from being a happy person. Period. The last one is peace. This falls under understanding, awareness, and forgiveness. Because when you understand yourself, when you are more aware of yourself and you can forgive yourself, it's the ultimate. You're going to have peace. You're going to have more peace within you. You're going to have more peace around you, because that is all that you're going to accept. I'm not saying that you're not going to have chaos, won't be coming in every now and then, but that's the devil. That's the devil trying to see if he can coax you into thwarting back to your old ways. Can you keep the godly peace within you? Yes, you may have a stumble and you got to fix something or have an argument and, you work it out, but then you're back to peace. Instead of holding on to it and just keep going at it for day and day and day, that's the devil. If you come to peace, a resolution, and you're happy with yourself, you've forgiven, you understand, you're more aware, that's God. God is patient. The devil is anxiety. If you're anxious over something, you need it now, you're anxious, that's the devil. If you can be patient and lay it down and not think about it, that's God. God helps. He's just a nuisance. Peace. Cultivate inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Yes. Create peace in your connections, in the flow. Some of you may be drawn to go to the water. Some of you may need to go to the water and sit. I know I need to go to the water pretty soon. It's been a minute. I've got water around me, but I know where I need to go to get, back touched by the water spirit. Yes, I said that. Water spirit. I am a water sign. I am a Pisces. I connect, I feel. Water is my strong suit. Cultivate your inner peace. Sorry, I just get drawn into water. I apologize. But yes, maybe you need to go to the water. Maybe if that was not your thing, try it. You're going to be amazed at how things just flow around you, through you, with connection. Cultivating peace, internally, externally. Being that tree of life, allowing yourself to be the tree of life. Is there anything else, Spirit? Elemental magic. Alright, which one? Because I only want to do one more. Divine doorway. Alright. So with all of this beauty, right? I call it beauty. Oh, oh, oh. Divine doorways are going to open. If you're embracing this and you're allowing yourself to take the next step, divine doorways are going to open. Okay? What divine doorway or doorways for the collective are going to be opening? Now, obviously, each doorway is going to be for a particular person. Only you know what your story is. That's a lot. 4. Osford, I can put them back and go through it again. They're just anxious. I don't like anxious. Anxious. Oh, they're excited. My bad. I heard the wrong word. They're excited. Okay. What divine doorways, Spirit, Holy Spirit, can the collective be aware or looking for? What divine doorways? Uh-oh, were those the 4 and I just put them back? There's one of them. One of them showed back up. Oh, 2 did. Okay. Anything else? Last time? Okay. All right. We do. Warm welcome again. They're like, how dare you put us back? All right. So, the divine doorways are as follows. The first one is cloudy vision. Not all is clear at first, but the path will reveal itself. Trust the journey. Trust the journey. Divine insight. Seek higher knowledge and consult your inner vision for spiritual clarity. That's your wisdom, right? Your cloudy vision has to do with your joyful living, choosing to live joyfully. Once you trust your journey, more joy, your vision the cloudiness will subside. Mature wisdom. Let life's twists and turns shape and strengthen you. Valuable insights. Valuable insights. That goes See, I keep getting that it's this. Okay. Because I see wisdom and wisdom, but it's just a double clarification that as this journey keeps going, that you're going to become more wise. Not saying that you aren't, but. And the last one is shiny facade. Find what truly matters and break free from limitations. Avoid illusions. Avoid illusions. When you limit yourself, you're limiting your capabilities. So if you can break free from these traps that you've set, these limitations that you set within yourself, within your mind, within your heart, If you break free from them, allow this and recognize that those are illusions. Those are self-deprecating illusions. Like, oh, but it's just, I know it's just going to be like this, this, and this, so I'm accepting that. No, that's a facade. Break free from those limitations. If there's a limitation, it's a facade. Avoid those illusions. Be more flexible and playful, okay? If it's saying, okay, gotcha. For this, it's saying that there are a lot of illusions out there that, I got to work 24/7. I got to keep making the money. Like, I just got to be on the go, go, go. I'm not supposed to have any downtime. If I stop, I lose money. If I don't do this, then this is going to happen. They keep saying that you're putting limitations on yourself. That is a facade. Just because you work more and you make more money doesn't mean that you have a joyful life. Does not mean that you're being playful. Does not mean that you're allowing your spirit, your inner spirit, to be playful. That's an illusion. They're saying avoid illusions. Avoid these shiny facades that you got to work 24/7, that money is power and power is the answer. You're able to seek higher knowledge. You know the wisdom you have within yourself. Seek more spiritual clarity. Consult your inner wisdom. Consult God, the Creator, your blood ancestors, your spirit team. Learn and strengthen your valuable insights. Shape them. Let these twists and turns strengthen you. Give you more information, more knowledge. And trust this journey. Yes, things can get cloudy. Things can make you feel like you're procrastinating or you're not getting anywhere. Like in those dreams where your feet are stuck somewhere, or like you're running. You ever had those dreams? I've had those dreams when I was little where I was running, but I wasn't going anywhere. That's putting a limitation on you. That is, dreams is a whole other thing. I could talk forever about dream interpretation because I've studied so much of that my whole life that I'm like a dream person. I just had a brain fart. Oh, so if you're like, you feel like you're just going, like you're running, but yet you're not going anywhere. Um, yes, things could be cloudy at first. You may feel stuck. You may feel like you're just running on a treadmill, right? And nothing's changing. But they're saying the more hope you have for yourself, the more hope you put into yourself, your project, your people, you create more joyfulness in your living. It's going to push aside that cloudy vision. It's going to clear up. Just because there's a little murkiness doesn't mean that a flower can't bloom from there. Doesn't mean that light won't be shed onto that situation, because it will. Okay? Yeah. Serenity. You have the ability to create the peace and love and life that you want. You have the magic, okay? You have the magic. It's just, what are you going to do with it? That's the question. What are you going to do with it? So I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope this helps you. If you would like to book a reading, feel free to email me at NicoleTheDivineOracle@gmail.com. We could book a reading. If you would like some insight, feel free to contact me. I am here to help. All right? So with that, I'm leaving this here. Yes, put that back. there. Yes, put that back up there. Everyone's good. Everyone's happy. I will leave that reading there. I am curious right now. Thank you. This is your time, right? You have the ability to make the change, to go through change, transformation, the flowers, growing, transforming, and changing. Thank you, Spirit. So this is it for today. You have that ability, and what are you going to do with your magical wisdom? Okay? All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. If you'd like to see me do some more, please help me make this channel grow. Like, subscribe, hit a comment. Algorithms, unfortunately, do matter in this type of platform, I should say, in this day and age now. So I've got that. Oh, I do want to share all my writing. I'm trying to get all my stuff together right now because I have written, this is crazy, but I have written over 50 songs, and now I just have to put everything together. Or I should say I've written and created all of the songs. Everything is ready to go. I just have to upload and I'll do my lyrics, and yeah, I got to go through and type all my lyrics up so individuals can see the lyrics, because I have fallen behind on some of my older songs that I've not put the lyrics up. So that's my bad that I am going to fix. Yeah, I got a lot, I've been doing a lot. But I wanted to come in here today and say thank you all for checking out my site, for listening to my music, and for sharing it. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. And I am going to leave that there. Remember, change and transformation today. Get your flowers. Give flowers. Receive them. All right? Until I see you on the next reading, may God love you and bless you today, tomorrow, and always. Peace.